set for football now on a gray and snowy November afternoon. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in the 2001 draft. He's been around a while. The lefty, Michael Vick.
Early in his career, all we focused on with Michael Vick was his athleticism because he made some eye-popping plays along the way. Now,
they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. Backing up. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before.
Try and keep you clean, but in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started, but even more important, coming in.
They run a draw here on second down. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Now after the running play, we've got a man
Moved from corner to safety. Charles Woodson moved from corner to safety. I think Darrell Revis can do the exact same thing.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
And his kick here is good. And the they'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, did a little toe tap.
As they face a second down here.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do. Face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Blue, 58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across.
For the defense, all the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now back to throw. And that is... And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a pickup of Barry Ridley. Will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. Great protection. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Falcons deep
He's in the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They can figure it out because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
Back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And Nugent puts it through. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports halftime.
Falcons with the ball midway through 1. They're going to get to the QB once again. This will go for a loss of 8. Jets lined up at the 43. The connection will be made from the gun. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. They're now on top by 4.
Play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustment.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver, 42 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage. He'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for them as they try to stop this third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense.
Let's go! 58! 58!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And eventually stopped. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Their big tight end. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. So they go play action. 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But he gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, that is much too long. That's it.
Blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll get this up to the
space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So an victory. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. They're having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from.
Talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd.
Falcons 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a
We got three, fellas. We got three. Let's go. Blue, 58.
they'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme. In good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding time. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a big play there for the Jets on third. 48 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
In the snow. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Nothing easy about that one in these elements in the snow, but he's able to put it home in what looks to be. Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here. 7. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about.